you got right back up. 100% of the time you've been attacked, you survived the attack. The 100% of the time when you didn't have money, God gave you a way out of no way to keep your lights on, gas in your car, catch your car note up, keep your cable on, and keep them from shutting off your phone. That's why when you think of the goodness of Jesus and all that God has done for you, you ought to take a moment right now and give God a 20-second praise for what he's already done for you. Don't act like you got to wait for another holiday to give God a holler. When I count to 3, give God a holler, give God a shell, give God a shout. 1, 2, 3, give it to him. Tell somebody, I got 100% rating. And when you concentrate on what you have, what you don't have won't become a distraction. Because abundance isn't something, child of God, you acquire. You ain't going to praise God on this, Doris. Abundance is something you tap into. And every time the enemy wants you to tap out, you ought to turn and tap in. Look at somebody and tell them, baby, tap into it. You see, this year I'm going to focus on the people that I love and the people that love me. Because whatever I come into, I'm bringing them into it too. I mean no harm you. If you don't want a blessed pastor, don't hang around me. If you don't want a millionaire-minded minister, don't hang around me. If you don't want nobody that's got more than enough and don't have to beg nobody for nothing, don't hang around me. But if you want more, you better hang around, because wherever I go, more is following me. Whatever I do, more is in the room. Wherever I go, more is sitting at the table. Somebody holler, me too. You see, child of God, being different is being just that, being different. It's when you've made a conscious and subconscious decision, Carrie, that you're not going to simply comply to societal systems of normality by being something you ain't got to be. You've got to accept the assignment on your life to be uniquely, supernaturally engineered into an individual that God intentionally designed to be you and nobody like you. You see, if you spend all of your time trying to fit in, get in, and get with, the useless process of blending and bending yourself, you will not be able to sustain that template. You will ultimately, eventually lose yourself. And there ought to be somebody on this side of 2022 that after all that you went through in 2021, you did not lose yourself. I may have lost some money, I may have lost some energy, I may have lost some relationships, but when I look back over my life, God has been good to me, and I owe God a praise that not only do I still have myself, I'm on my way to a better self that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. Somebody ought to hurry up and put them hands back together and give God a hand praise for the self that survived. I feel God. He's got to move interruptions out of your way. And while they lost Jesus, Jesus found himself. I wonder if I got somebody who can take your two arms and grab yourself and say, I'm so glad I found you first. I'm so glad I found you for myself. And since I found you, I ain't going to never let you go, because I found out one thing after all I've been through. If nobody else kept up with me, you kept up with me. Would you take a moment and give God praise for yourself, for your self-belief, your self-desire, your self-determination, that when you think of the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for you, your soul will respond with an appropriate praise. You see, here Jesus teaches us that you have to be about that business. Somebody holler about that business. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice that has made up your mind that 2022 is your year to be about that business, holler, I'm about that business. If you're into making some money, money, holler, I'm about that business. If you're ready for an increase, holler, I'm about that business. If you want more than you got, holler about that business. If you're ready to move in a larger territory, if you're ready to take over real estate and land and property, holler about that business. If you're ready to hire new people, if you're ready to sign a new contract, if you're ready to go to a level you've never been, a place you've never stood in, a car you've never driven in, holler about that business and tell yourself, I got to keep moving. I'm so glad here that God shows us in the midst of us trying to figure stuff out. God already has a plan. I ain't got nobody to help me here. I know it's going to be dark. I know it's going to be dangerous. I know that there are going to be some moments that we're going to feel like we're under the duress of defeat, but God has put out a policy on our lives. You know how mama them is. Y'all remember? Mama would have a man come by the house and put some money down on the policy. And you would ask her and she would tell you, this is for in case something happened. You're already covered. Would you help somebody understand what 22 is all about? Would you look at 2 or 3 people and tell them, neighbor, you're already covered? Would you talk to somebody on your phone, talk to somebody on the internet, talk to somebody on Facebook or YouTube and holler, you're already covered? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry and say you're already covered. Tell somebody your children are covered. Your mama and them are covered. Pookie and Ray Ray and them are covered. You're covered on your job. You're covered in your car. You're covered in your coming and your going. If I've got about 20 covered people in here, when I count to 3, I want you to scream covered. 1, 2, 3, scream it. Wow, he shapes us for something that we've never seen, for something we've never had, for something we've never done. And God doesn't just do it to you, but he does it to people like you, because sometimes, you better write this down, waiting is a strategy of choice. I am so glad after 29 years of being with this one woman right here, when I look back over my life and think things over and consider my options 29 years ago, I am thankful I made a conscious choice to wait on that one. Y'all ain't praising God, because I don't know about you, I could have ended up with a fool, but I'm so glad that I learned how to wait the second time around. Waiting can lead to some of your best outcomes if you are waiting for the right reason. Strategic waiting is not like procrastination. It isn't simply enduring something, Twan, for the sake of enduring it. It's not simply allowing time to pass. But strategic waiting is a choice, because you know that God has some favorable results coming your way. When you know that there are favorable choices and results coming your way, you don't mind waiting for your season, because waiting builds endurance. Waiting builds temperance. Waiting creates assurance. Waiting teaches you preference, that you're able to say, I'll wait. Let that one go and pass me by. I know that ain't my size, that ain't my color, that ain't my style. Let somebody else have that. Waiting will give you a sense of reverence, where you learn how to appreciate what you got until God gives you some more. And when you have waited long enough, Shalanda, waiting will make you generous, and you'll realize that what others did not do for you, God will bless you to do it for others. Yeah. Moses has to deliver a message, but he has to deliver a message to people with a slave mind. when you have a slave mind, you got stuff plugged into you that should not be plugged into you, but the problem is you got stuff plugged in you and you don't know what it's plugged into and you don't know why it's plugged in. It's plugged in by something that's trying to take over your mind. That if you keep your mind stayed on him, he will keep you in perfect peace. That if you would renew your mind, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, you'll be able to unplug your mind from influences that are trying to take over your mind. I wish I had somebody in here who is determined that the enemy ain't gonna take your mind this year. That there's so much streaming going on in the world today that the enemy is trying to block the streams that should be flowing through your belly. Out of your belly shall flow streams of living water. That you got so many streams running through your mind, you can't get living water out of your spirit. But I hear the Lord say he's about to free you from every form of captivity. I wish I had some free people in here that didn't mind giving God a free praise on Black History Month. Hurry up and clap your hand. Hurry up and open your mouth. Hurry up and give him some glory. But if you're going to make room for the new, if I had the opportunity and the time to follow some of y'all and get to some of the luggage and baggage that you carry, I'd be able to get in that bag that you carry and find out you're carrying clothes you can't wear no more. Find out you're carrying garments that are from another season. Find out you got faded pictures that go back, way back, in a time you shouldn't want to go back. You should be determined to say, forgetting those things that are behind me, I'm going to press forward to a new you in 22. If I went through your bag and went through your luggage, you got all kinds of old mail, all kinds of old information, all kinds of old data, all kinds of old experiences. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But God said, it's up to you this time, baby. I'm ready to bless you. But you're going to have to cut some ties. You're going to have to cut some relationships. You're going to have to cut some connections. Because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. If I could go to your house right now, I'd pull out disease and death and say, that's got to be cut off. I could go to your house right now. I'd cut off old thoughts, old ways, and old relationships. If I could get to your closet, I'd clear out old guilt, old afflictions. I'd clear it all out. If you're standing next to somebody, tell them, neighbor, God is coming for your failure. God is coming for your flaw. God is coming for the doubt and the divorce and the despair and the depression, to make room for some new stuff. Sometimes you got to turn it upside down until it all comes out. Shake your neighbor by the hand and say, oh neighbor, it's time to make room for the new, a new mind, a new attitude, a new spirit, a new determination. When you say make, you hear God say, you make it. God is saying, it's time to create, it's time to construct, it's time to get up, it's time to set up, it's time to build up. Look at somebody. Because he promised never to leave me, never to forsake me, never to let me down. If I got 30 people that's counting on God Give him a scream. Give him a yell. Give him a holler. Give him a shout. I'm counting. I'm counting. I'm counting on God. Grab your purse and say, I'm counting. I'm counting on God. Stick your hand in your pocket. Lord, I'm counting on you. You promised to heal me. You promised to deliver me. You promised to pull me out. You promised to pick me up, turn me around, place my feet on higher ground. You promised, you gave me your word, Lord, your word. Heaven and earth can pass away, but your word, if you've got a Bible, raise it and say, Lord, I'm counting, I'm counting, I'm counting, I'm counting, I'm counting, I'm counting, I'm counting on your word. I'm counting. I'm counting. I'm counting. I'm counting. Open that book up. I don't care where it opens up. Tell him your word declares I'm blessed coming in. I'm blessed coming out. I'm blessed going over. I'm blessed coming through. Your word says by your stripes I'm healed. Your word says you're able to supply all of my needs. Shake that Bible and say, God, I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. Can't nobody fix my family. Can't nobody fix my marriage. Can't nobody shrink this tumor. Can't nobody take this pain. Can't nobody heal my heart. Can't nobody fix my mind. Can't nobody. I'm counting. And here's another one. Don't lose your partner. You need a marriage partner. You need a business partner. You need a relation partner. You need a faith partner. You need a prayer partner. And you're going to need a praise partner. Look around right quick and see if you can find a partner that will help you, a partner that will assist you, a partner that will support you. If any two or three are gathered together in my name, I will be in the midst. But you got to touch and agree. Find somebody on your road and say, I touch and agree. One of us can chase 1,000. Two of us, 10,000. Caleb said, show them, Bishop. We were 12, but we were broken down into 6 sets. And hear us wrestle with being in a place we have never been before. Hold it up. Hold it higher. Hold it above your head. Look at these boards. Only thing that separates them is a pole and a portion in the middle. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, if you gonna be one of my partners, you're going to have to learn how to thank God for what you already got. You're going to have to learn how to thank God for what he's already done. You're going to have to learn how to thank God for what he's doing, because eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard what God has for you. Look at your neighbor and say, oh neighbor, I don't know about you, but I've seen too much to give up. I've seen too much to give out. I've seen too much to resign. I've seen too much to retreat. I need to hold on a little while longer. Did I tell you? Hold on a little while longer. You don't hear them encouraging one another. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? You don't hear them talking to each other. They're saying, whatever you do, don't let go. Because if you let go, I gotta let go. Get your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, all we got is a promise between us. Whatever you do, don't let go, because God not just gonna bless me, he gonna bless my partner, he gonna bless my family, he gonna bless my friends, he gonna bless my co-workers. Squeeze that hand and say, neighbor, don't let go. Scream it, yell it, shout it. Don't let go. Don't let go. Pull on that hand and say, neighbor, whatever you do, hold on to God's unchanging hand. Pull on that hand. Caleb said, I ain't leaving until he bless me. I ain't giving up until I get it. I need some praisers who made up in your mind what God has for me. It is for me, and I cannot, I will not, I shall not, 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 I cannot, I will not, I shall not. Ain't gonna, can't make me, can't convince me, can't persuade me. I will hold. Touch 5 people. Tell them, neighbor, it's only a matter of time. Don't let go. It's only a season. Don't let go. It's only a situation. Don't let all the attack you've been up under. If you in your right mind, think of one thing you owe God praise for. And when I count to 3, I want you to give him a crazy praise. 1, 2, 3. Give it to him. I said, give him a crazy praise. That means you get ridiculous. That means you get unlimited. That means you break every barrier. That means you cross the line. That means you go overboard. That means you do all you got to do. I need somebody that came to have church to holler back at me and say, I came to have church. I need to have church. want to have church. Mama said if I couldn't say a word, I just waved my hand. Somebody that can't tell it all, just wave your hand and let the people know and the enemy know. It's like fire. Fire. I said I wasn't going to act like this, but can't help it. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me, my soul, I keep on burning, can't hold my peace. I keep on burning. It's the Lord's blessing that we now enjoy. It's the Lord's blessing that we now enjoy. One for Jesus, I wouldn't have a friend. If it weren't for Jesus, I wouldn't have a friend. All right, those of y'all don't feel nothing. You've been dead so long you don't know you're dead. But somebody who can at least lift a hand and wave it. If I couldn't say a word, I'd wave my hand. If I couldn't say a word, I'd just wave my hand. Somebody just right back and give God some kind of ridiculous honor. Just take your seat if you can, because some of you ain't doing no much spectacle.